Hello, my name is Anna, and I know how challenging learning English can be. But what if you could learn in a magical and fun way? Today, you'll step into a special place. The Magic Restaurant, where every order teaches you a new English word or phrase. Before we begin, make sure to turn on subtitles and repeat the phrases with me to improve your pronunciation. And if you enjoy this type of story, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Anna smiles warmly at the camera, creating an inviting and friendly atmosphere. She gestures towards a cozy, glowing restaurant door behind her, setting the scene for the story. Imagine walking through a rainy night, cold and hungry, when suddenly, you see a restaurant with a glowing sign. Magic Restaurant, where words come to life. Sounds intriguing, right? That's exactly what happens to Clara, our main character. Let's follow her journey as she discovers the magic of learning English in the most unexpected way. She pauses briefly before adding, and remember, don't just watch. Repeat the phrases out loud and participate in the challenges at the end. The cold rain poured down as Clara pulled her coat tighter around her. The city streets glistened under the street lights, and she hurried along the sidewalk shivering. She had been walking for what felt like hours, her stomach growling when something caught her eye. A small restaurant stood at the corner of the street, its golden lights warm and inviting. Above the door a glowing sign read, Magic Restaurant, where words come to life. Clara hesitated. She had never seen this place before. But at that moment, it felt like a hidden treasure. Curious and desperate to escape the rain, she pushed the door open. A soft bell rang, and a wave of warmth wrapped around her. The scent of fresh bread and spices filled the air. Inside, the place was cozy, with wooden tables, dim lights, and shelves full of strange-looking books. There were only a few customers, each engaged in quiet conversation. "Welcome," a cheerful voice called out. Clara turned to see a waiter in a crisp uniform, smiling warmly. She opened her mouth to reply but stopped. The greeting had been in English. Clara's heart raced. English wasn't her strong suit. She had studied it before, but she rarely used it in real life. Hi, she said, unsure. The waiter's smile widened. "Table for one?" he asked, gesturing towards an empty table near the window. Clara hesitated but then nodded. "Yes, one," she managed to say. As she took her seat, she noticed something unusual about the menu in front of her. Instead of a simple list of dishes, there were phrases in English next to each item. To order, say the magic words. A small note at the bottom read. Her eyes widened. Was this some kind of language learning restaurant? She looked around, suddenly realizing that all the conversations around her were happening in English. A mix of excitement and nervousness filled her. If I want to eat, I have to speak English. She took a deep breath, her fingers tracing the menu. Maybe this was exactly the kind of challenge she needed. Clara scanned the menu, her fingers trembling slightly. She spotted something familiar. A burger with fries. Next to the picture, the phrase, "I'd like a burger, please," was written in bold letters. She swallowed hard. "I can do this." The waiter returned with a notepad and an encouraging smile. "Are you ready to order?" Clara took a deep breath and nodded. I'd like a burger, please." The waiter beamed. "Great choice. Would you like anything to drink?" Clara hesitated. She looked at the menu and saw a picture of orange juice with the phrase, "Can I have orange juice, please?" She repeated the words carefully. "Can I have orange juice, please?" "Of course," the waiter replied. "One burger and one orange juice coming right up." He jotted down her order and walked away. Clara exhaled, feeling a rush of excitement. "I did it." When the food arrived, the waiter placed the burger in front of her with a knowing smile. "This looks delicious," he said, emphasizing the phrase. Clara glanced at the menu again. "This looks delicious." She tried repeating it. "This looks delicious." "Perfect," the waiter encouraged. "Enjoy your meal." As Clara took her first bite, something incredible happened. The restaurant seemed to glow for a brief moment, and she felt an odd warmth inside. Was this the magic of the restaurant? Each time she spoke English, the place responded as if rewarding her for trying. She smiled to herself, realizing that learning a new language might not be as scary as she had thought. After finishing her meal, Clara sat back, feeling both satisfied and curious. The experience had been unlike anything she had imagined. A soft chime rang, and the waiter returned, now holding a small notepad. "You did very well," he said. "Let's review what you learned today." Clara nodded, intrigued. "First," the waiter began, "you learned how to order food politely. 'I'd like a burger, please.' This phrase is very useful in restaurants." Clara repeated it, this time with more confidence. "I'd like a burger, please." "Exactly. Now, do you remember how to ask for a drink? 'Can I have orange juice, please?'" Clara answered. "Perfect." This phrase can also be used in cafes, stores, or even when asking for something at a friend's house. Clara smiled, realizing how practical these phrases were. And lastly, you learned how to describe food. "This looks delicious." You can use this when complimenting a meal, or even when posting pictures of food online. Clara laughed. "I'll definitely use that." The waiter nodded approvingly. "You're learning fast. Just remember, practice makes perfect." Keep using these phrases every day, and soon speaking English will feel as natural as enjoying a good meal. Clara felt a warm sense of accomplishment. Maybe learning English could be fun after all. "Now, it's your turn." Anna's voice cheerfully invites the audience. "Let's practice together." She presents a picture of a pizza and asks, "How would you order this in English?" Viewers are encouraged to say the sentence out loud. "I'd like a slice of pizza, please." Anna then repeats the sentence clearly, allowing pauses for viewers to practice. Anna smiles at the camera. "You did an amazing job today." Learning a new language is like stepping into a magic restaurant. Every word you practice brings you closer to fluency. She encourages viewers to continue practicing daily and to subscribe for more engaging lessons.